Welcome to Apostletv. The message you're about to watch will definitely transform your life. Be blessed as you watch.
How many of you know that there are many things you would have escaped if you got direction? Many things. There are many people who took wrong jobs because of no direction.
Many people today have chosen the wrong job, the wrong career, the wrong business because of lack of direction. In this message, Pastor David Oyedepo Jr. gives a clear illustration on how to be guided by divine direction when one is choosing a job, or when one is choosing a career, or even when one has a business offer to choose.
Many of us have heard the story of John D. Rockefeller, who was the first American billionaire in history. And this man was a man that walked with God, a man committed to God, a man who built his business on simply the principles of the kingdom and of God. And suddenly at a point, there was this boat that was built called the Titanic. The Titanic was said to be an unsinkable boat. In fact, the boat was so dramatically built that one of the engineers boastfully said that even God can't sink this boat. Boastfully said. And John D. Rockefeller was asked to insure this boat. And you see, anybody in the insurance business knows the beauty of insurance business. They keep collecting money. They are not expecting to pay. They keep collecting. They are not expecting. And here comes a man being told, insure the boat, an unsinkable boat, and you are insuring it against sinking. That is it's a win-win business. Is that not so? The boat cannot sink, and you are insuring it not to sink. Free money. So to him, it is a breakthrough. God has opened the door. Free money will be coming. They'll be paying insurance year after year, and it is coming directly to me, nothing to pay. But suddenly God gave me direction. No, don't insure it. John D. Rockefeller pulled back. Many of us know the story of the Titanic. It hit an iceberg and sank and killed every one of them there. You can imagine whoever insured it. You will pay every family member of the people who were lost in that ship. Every one of them. Through that singular transaction, his entire empire would have sunk with the boat. But one direction made him to escape calamity. How many of you know that there are many things you would have escaped if you got direction? Many things. There are many people who took wrong jobs because of no direction. As a young man, you got various offer letter, employment letter, offer letter of employment. One says this one in this company, the third one in another company. You look at it, you dance around and celebrate God. Now, which one will I choose? Which of these jobs will I choose? How many of you can tell me how many of us will choose? How will you choose? At least before today, how will you choose? You just look at it. This one 100,000, this one 120, this one 150. There's no need asking question. 150 is where we are going. So you just see the person just stroll into a job simply on pay package, and then torment starts because he's not supposed to be there. We must come to recognize that every chapter of our lives requires direction. Every chapter of our lives requires direction. You don't just wake up and just take any step anyhow. Lord, what must I do? One of the reasons why many people are strugglers today in our day and generation is simply because they don't go by direction. You see them moving like unguarded wind anywhere, just going from place to place. That is not how to make the most of life and destiny.
There is a man called John D. Rockefeller, and you remember the Titanic. How many remember the Titanic? Now, John D. Rockefeller was an avowed giver. In fact, he was challenged at a time, why do you give so much to church? $500 million. Why? He said, what's your business? God gave it to me in the first instance. When he was to take up the insurance of the Titanic, the Spirit of the Lord told him, no, that will have wrecked that entire empire. Divine idea bailed him out. It was like the biggest business opportunity for his business. But at the last minute, he said no. And you saw how the Titanic went down. You saw how the Titanic went down. So divine ideas is your heritage as a tither, as a giver. Your steps are guided divinely. You don't misinvest your energy and resources. You are investing in what holds a future. You are taking steps that is leading to a very plausible end. That's the blessing. Until you choose to be committed to covenant practice, you remain a victim of financial cancer. Always undergoing treatment, going from place to place for checkup, checking up to borrow from everybody you can find, borrowing what you know you don't even have a means of returning, and life just becomes a burden. You hide from everybody that used to be a colleague because you are under a particular plague. That's not life. That's not life. Don't you know John D. Rockefeller is still living now? He's living. His foundation is still speaking across the nations of the earth. Such men walked in the covenant and walked in the covenant in spite of the size of their business business level. They walked in the covenant.
One of the reasons why many people are strugglers today in our day and generation is simply because they don't go by direction. You see them moving like unguarded wind anywhere, just going from place to place. That is not how to make the most of life and destiny.